Hi, everyone. It's a little before 7. The chart that you see in front of you is the S&P, which turned down today after being higher. We were right into this same area that I've been calling for as a top for a pullback to 2650 or 27, so in this area. And today, after being up, we turned to the downside and finished exactly on the low. We're down a little tonight, but certainly not enough to be concerned about, down 6/100ths of a percent. On the other hand, we had the Dow down 390. We had the Nas down 50, which was less than a third the decline in the Dow. The S&P down 31, which was down a little over 1%. So S&P down twice as much as NASDAQ, but 60% less than the Dow. The Russell, who was the big winner yesterday, finished down 26 and was the big loser today, down about $1.96. Volume was low. Advanced declines were weak, although not overwhelming. On the NASDAQ, which was the worst, it was just under 2 to 1 down. On the NYSE, it was 1.7 to 1 down. The day started with Chairman Powell and Secretary Mnuchin in front of the Senate. Again, telling anybody who would listen, we're doing everything that's necessary. We have this covered. Going to say, regardless of what it's going to cost in the long term. We had earnings from Walmart and Home Depot. Both were somewhat disappointing as far as expenses and the numbers. At Walmart, we were down 271 or about 2%, and Home Depot down 7.25 or about 3%. The weakest of the groups were energy, financial, and real estate. Minerva, MRNA, which has gone from 35 to 87 in the last 4 or 5 weeks. There was a report out by an independent magazine that said that their, quote, trial was not a trial at all, did not have anywhere near the number of participants in order to make any kind of valid judgment about it. The stock finished 71.67. That was down about $9, but continued down in the aftermarket and is currently 67.5, which is down $12 from yesterday's close. Facebook is introducing Facebook and Instagram shops. The stock was up a bit, $3.69 or 1.7% on that news. Also, Shopify was up about $15 or 10% on the news that they are going to sponsor and carry Joe Rogan's podcasts, which are pretty much the most popular podcast in existence. On the commodity side, we had the bonds up a bit. I want to show you the bonds since we, in fact, put on a trade there along the TLT. As I've been pointing out now for over a month, we've had this consolidation, especially the last 8 weeks, where we've been in between this level of about 177.5 and on the upper end 183. My concern was that this is a flight to safety vehicle, and I've been looking for the market to come down, but didn't want to play the SPY. This was resting when we bought it. This was literally resting on the bottom line, meaning if we broke through here, we would have taken a very minor loss. But in point of fact, as you can see, it did exactly the opposite. It came right off the line, closed up on the day, and is higher again tonight by over a half a point. The gold was up 11.20 after trading as low as 17.27. That's another chart that I could give you a quick look at, because you can see that the gold came down and stopped pretty much exactly where it should have at support right here, and happens to just be the area that it just broke to the upside from. So that's pretty decent. Also, we had Bitcoin with kind of a low range day where we closed 96.80 down 65, slightly lower high, slightly lower low. It too is up a little bit tonight. And tomorrow morning before the open, we have earnings coming from Lowe's and Target. Have a good evening. I'll be back in the morning.